Once you've identified the personality profile of the customer or the prospect in front of you, the next step you do is to identify the needs of the customers. Two things to keep in mind while you do this. One is the 80-20 rule. The customer talks for 80% of the time, you listen, and then you talk for 20% of the time. The next thing, always ask open-ended questions. Do not ask questions that end with a yes or no, because if you ask a yes or no question, you will have to go back and revisit the questions again. So there are multiple ways by which you can ask the needs of the customers, but the one that is mostly used is the SPIN technique, which refers to situation, problem, implication, need, payoff. The situation question is more like a fact-finding mission, more for you as a salesperson to identify what is the situation and the environment in which the customer is operating in. Typical questions here could be, tell us a little bit more about your organization, tell us a little bit more about your competition, tell us a little bit more about what are some of the challenges that your industry is facing. The next question that you ask are problem questions. At this stage, what you want to identify is, given the situation that the customer is in, what are some of the problems that they're facing? Typical problems could be, I need to increase my market share, I need to increase my productivity, I need to make sure that my people are motivated, and there are a lot of problems that the customer might have. But if there are situations where the customer does not have these problems, do not fear. What you should also be asking is, what are some of the aspirations? What are some of the things that the company would like to achieve, the customer would like to achieve? Those are aspiration questions to be asked when the customer does not necessarily mention that they have a problem. Once we have this, the next step is linking the problem that the customer just mentioned into the bottom line, into implications for their business. Questions you could ask would be things like, as a result of these problems, how is it affecting your bottom line? How is the employee morale affecting the efficiency of your organization? These could be some implication questions where the customer is going to be affected by this in their business. If you've done this homework correctly of situation, problem, and/or aspiration, then the implication, then we can go to the next stage where you ask permission. If you have a product or a service or a solution that meets the needs of the customers, how will you proceed? Always remember the 80-20 rule.